Hi everybody, welcome to Northwood Farms Vlog entry number 51.
And I'm Emma.
I'm Kip.
And we are not at Northwood and we do not have a horse. But I am going to remember to say the date, and it's December...
What is the date?
8th. It's the 8th.
All right.
Anyway, it's the 8th
We'll
or
go
9th.
with the 8th. It's the 8th.
And we're up at my parents' house. We came up to Clackamas to go to Kip's company Christmas party. So we thought we'd stop in and say hi. And what sucks is we forgot to do the vlog this morning at the farm, which would have been really cool because we have a ton of, well, we don't have a ton, but we still have lots of snow up there. And,
yeah, it's really nice and pretty.
Although it's a lot more comfortable outside here because it was really, really cold last night. It got down to probably 3 degrees at our house. And I know some of you guys in Aunt Joyce and Uncle Mike in Bend, they're like 23 degrees last night, I guess. And
negative 26.
Negative 26. Oh, yeah, negative 26. That's insane. And then
That's
in
way
Eugene, it
colder.
was minus 10. Anyway, so it was crazy. So we went out to do the ponies and give them extra hay last night. And, I mean...
Yeah, it was pretty funny because all the frosty whiskers, noses frozen.
Yeah, our boogers froze as soon as we went out there. And then, like, Lil had, of course, frost all over her nose, and she was crabby about it.
Yeah, she was not very happy. She'd go to eat food out of her bin, and the frost would stick.
It
and
made her crazy.
Oh,
it's really funny.
It's kind of funny to see, what annoys horses, poor horses.
Yeah, so we took the horses up to the arena last night and just let them run around free because that way they could roll and stuff. And it's pretty pitted and pointy at our house. So I always end up with abscesses a couple months from now if we let them out when it's really, because it hasn't been packed down at all. It's all mud most of the time. So then it suddenly freezes and it's like.
Well, especially like now,
sure.
when it gets this cold, then it freezes maybe 6-7 inches deep.
And
so
really just pointy.
It's like a rock.
It's like really pointy rocks, yeah. So anyway, so we let them all out to run around, so that was pretty fun. And guess what I did, you guys? Threw the rope. Kip and I swung the rope.
Yeah, in the freezing
quite
cold.
A while. So
until our hands froze.
I'm doing it.
Yep, swinging ropes. Rope swinging.
And I'm excited about it. Kip says my swing looks better, so
yeah,
I guess that's good. Anyway,
she has a really nice swing.
I'll go with that for a little while. So we were talking about Les and Kaylee Kiger, who have they have a really neat group out in Bend.
It's a kids youth program.
It's a youth program called the PonyPros, and you can look them up online or on Facebook. And they do like lots of trick training and vaulting and stuff like that for the kids. Lots of riding lessons. They get the kids doing all kinds of really fun things. And so anyway, they're doing a poster, I guess. And so they were asking for our best.
It's like a calendar, right?
No, I thought it was just a poster, but they were asking for our best or favorite, most wonderful horsemanship quotes. And my brain just kind of froze right up about it. It was really funny because there's just so many about, which apply to kids and which are simple enough and which aren't too esoteric. And
it's got to be short, simple quotes.
Yeah, I saw so many of you had amazing ones as responses, but what I was thinking is the horse training piece of it just comes down to it's really, really simple, which is whatever you reward, you get more of. And however simple that is, the concept, it's a delicate thing because you've got to decide what you want, which can be completely different depending on what discipline you're into or, what kind of results obviously you want to get. So decide what you want, and then you have to look and see what you're getting.
And your timing has to be good enough that you're getting the right stuff.
Well, decide what you want, find out what you're getting, and then adjust what you're doing until you get what you want. And then the adjusting what you're doing until you get what you want has those elements, which is whatever you reward, you get more of. So whatever you're getting more of, you're rewarding.
Right.
And so that is... It's pretty simple if you just look, okay, these are the behaviors I'm getting, so these are the behaviors that are being rewarded. And that comes down to assessing, okay, what is it that the horse actually wants? And that can be maybe different than we actually think. And using food as a reward is a pretty high probability of getting more behaviors. However, I wish I had some neuroscientists to talk to about this, but I do think that it releases dopamine. Well, we know it releases dopamine. And I wonder if using peace as a reward.
Is serotonin instead of dopamine?
I think it's serotonin and not dopamine. That's my hypothesis.
That would make more sense.
And that's why I think horses are calmer. And yet it still works because that's really important, right? We want to reward the behavior that we want. So I find that interesting, but it's a simple measurement. Are you getting more of what you want?
Well, what's the thing if you release too much dopamine, then you start getting... You
can get some strange behaviors. And your horses get pretty jacked up, and they also have withdrawals. And I would guess you can have serotonin withdrawals as well, but overall it tends to the effect lasts longer. So it's just kind of interesting. I'm sure that could be a whole discussion in and of itself. But
we might have to do that someday. That'd be fun.
Well, it's just a theory. It's just a theory basically. But find out what you're getting. Decide what you want, find out what you're getting, and then adjust what you are doing until you get what you want. And
put that on a poster.
I guess you could. I don't think I came up with that. I'm sure I read that somewhere. The most important thing that I came up with that I was really thinking would be good for the kids was the idea that we always want to preserve a student's heart. And as we go along this journey, I know for me, the more you learn, of course, the more you learn you don't know, but you can still get pretty mired down in what you do know. And I'm going to always, and you guys can all remind me of this, but no matter how much education I have, I want to preserve a student's heart. And what that means is listening and observing open-mindedly, which is very difficult. The more you observe and the more things you have in your head, the more of a discipline it is to listen and observe open-mindedly. And then the second part to that is never give up the responsibility to think for yourself. So no matter who it is that's teaching you, for me, obviously, I trust Buck a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And I really am so grateful to be relying on his thousands of hours of experience, and then, oh my gosh, 250 years that he's taken and preserved from Tom and Ray and Bill. But it still doesn't alleviate my responsibility to think for myself, because there is no way, even if he had all the answers, there is no way that he could convey them all to me. Right. And so I think that's really important, and it's so cool to have people around to hold us accountable for that. I think that's neat.
Yeah, our special group of friends. Our special group,
yes. Yep. Oh, the horsemanship challenge is coming up. We'll talk more about that next week, but we've gone like so long this week, so.
All right.
Stay warm, everybody.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Hope you have a good week. Bye.
Bye.